Joining us now is Ojy Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Ojy.
I told you it was 3 hours. 3 hours does it for you.
Not the same response today?
It's not the same.
What a disappointment.
How are you, Dr. Martin?
I'm good.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Great
Leila.
to see
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Perfect. Well, good morning to you, viewers. We begin what's trending in Nigeria. A video recording by a man expressing utter shock and disbelief towards a Lagos State ambulance driver who blatantly refused to assist a woman in distress has gone viral. In the video, the man could be heard lamenting while bystanders pled with the driver to assist the woman who appeared to have passed out in her car. Well, let's take a quick look at the video before we come back for our discussion.
See, it's all excuse. She did that So the Lagos State ambulance cannot help someone in need. Then I don't understand why we're paying tax. If a Lagos State government ambulance would not assist someone in need, then we're in danger in Lagos. That's the truth. We're in bloody danger in Lagos. You understand? If a Lagos State ambulance will not help someone that is almost dying, then there's no need for us to pay tax. We're in danger. Someone is dying. A Lagos State government ambulance is refusing to carry the person. We are in danger.
It does make me really sad, but we have to ask a lot of questions here. The first one being why, and I guess there's a lot that goes into that. Was it just the driver in the ambulance?
Right. Well, the first thing I thought was this guy probably stole the ambulance because I can understand why.
Explanation.
I can understand why he would shun. Well, but apparently they had to plead, and then they had to pay this guy some money before he could assist the lady. Or the guy, he looked like a guy.
He eventually obliged them.
He eventually obliged them after they gave him some money or something.
The thing, of course, is about, the questions that should be asked. Could it be that this ambulance driver, he seems to be alone in it?
Yes.
I don't think there were nurses there. I don't think there was any doctor inside the ambulance. Could it be that he was running an errand? Could it be that there was no enough fuel in the vehicle? Could it be that he's just an ordinary driver? He doesn't even understand what an ambulance is all about.
Well, then he should be trained and he should not be driving the ambulance.
These are relevant questions because many of these people, they drive these vehicles. They don't even understand the symbolism,
which is
the value of, where they work or the assignment that they are engaged in. But you can see that the people involved, they were emotional. They wanted an ambulance. They just saw a Lagos State ambulance and they wanted it to help somebody in distress. I think, again, it speaks to the kind of healthcare system that we run here.
Yeah.
Everything is ad hoc. In a properly organized society, the thing will have been that there will be a helpline that somebody will call.
The driver will know how to call and operate it.
A particular hospital, and then, help will be on the way almost immediately.
Right.
Instead of having a situation where you just go, you see an ambulance that is going either on its own frolic or on an assignment, and you want to hijack it. But we'll continue to get all this kind of stories if, we do not organize Nigeria properly.
Well, I thought
for efficiency
I should highlight it.
And for, effectiveness.
Right, because, as an ambulance, you have right of way. So, first thing first, pick up the lady or the person in distress and go straight to
the thing is, if you're just the driver, surely you should be able to...
Even the Okada men
should be able to call the Lagos State.
Men are able to take people that are in distress to the hospitals.
That's why I don't agree. That's where I didn't understand.
The question is, can the person be compelled?
No, but what I'm saying
is a proper system
for
healthcare.
But doctor, what I'm saying is that if he's driving that Lagos State's van, that's actually that Lagos State's ambulance, then that means that he has to be a driver for the Lagos State's health authorities, which means that he must be able to operate some sort of system from the ambulance where he can call for help, call for backup, or call in to explain a situation that he's in. Otherwise, I kind of go to what you said about, is it that he stole the ambulance? Because
it was the only,
but then what Doctor said as well is right. 112 exists. We have to have a working system. You're sick, something happens, call 112. So it goes both ways. It's quite distressing.
Very well said. Well, still in Nigeria, the managing director of China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation has confirmed that the Chinese medical experts that arrived the country on April 8th are in the company's care. The whereabouts of the Chinese team became an issue after the Minister of Health said the federal government could not explain where they were. The managing director of the Chinese engineering company told reporters on Monday that the team came into the country specifically to help its employees protect against and fight COVID-19. He also stated that the medical team will be returning to China as soon as commercial flights begin operations in Nigeria. I mean, this has been an issue of topic all over social media. Everyone wants to know where these people are. Well, it's good that they've come out to say where they were, but you know, there are a lot of questions that are still being unanswered.
Numero uno, return to China as soon as commercial operations begin again. Sorry, I don't want to sound ignorant here. Did they come in when commercial flights were still running? Or did they come in under the travel ban?
Well, they came in on a 30-day visa, apparently. That's what the Minister of Interior announced yesterday.
They came into the country on April 8th, and they had a 30-day visa. So effectively, their visa will seem to have expired.
Yes. Yes.
But the thing, of course, is that the same Minister of Interior that is saying that they got the visa from the China end can instruct or can liaise with the Nigeria Immigration Service to renew their visa appropriately, right? It's not as if the visa cannot be renewed.
Right.
But I think the bigger issue is that commercial flights have been suspended for now. But it is also good that the Minister of Interior gave details in terms of what they have been doing. They were involved in the setting up of the isolation center at Idu, a 500-bed capacity. They were also involved in setting up the Day
in Abuja.
Isolation and Treatment Center. They've also been helping to retrofit some other facilities, and they've been liaising with medical experts also from the Nigerian end. And I raised the question when Ifeni brought it up, that it is shocking that the Minister of Interior has so much information about what they've been doing within the health sector in Nigeria. And the Minister of Health, who brought up this issue previously, said he did not know their whereabouts. And the point is that, look, we would like to see greater synergy, collaboration, better communication, instead of the often conflicting, contradictory reports
that come out,
that same persons associated with the Presidential Task Force or with government efforts with regard to COVID-19, speaking on the same platform, and oftentimes they tend to speak at cross purposes. So if it means having a meeting before the public presentation, we would like to see better coordination.
Yeah, very well said, Dr. Abati. Well, award-winning Nigerian author Chimamanda Ngozi delivered a virtual commencement speech for the University of Pennsylvania's graduating class of 2020, making her the second woman of color in the history of the school to do so. The Commencement Day online celebrations ended with a performance by Grammy Award-winning artist and the university's alumni, John Legend. Well, let's take a quick look.
To be your commencement speaker this year. It's such a strange time to be graduating. It's a strange time to be alive. And I can imagine that it must also be a difficult time, a confusing time, a disorienting time. But if there's anything to be said for this strange time in which we find ourselves, it is this, that for you graduating at this time is, among other things, an opportunity to start to think about the kind of world that we want to remake.
higher. Hurrah for the red and the blue. Oh, hurrah, 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 hurrah.
John Legend to end the morning show.
I
Love
needed
it.
to end the morning show in a spectacular way.
Love it.
Well, our segment.
Once I saw John Legend, I immediately remembered your photograph with him.
My star
and how
picture
you
with
were
John
smiling
Legend.
from one end to the other.
My star picture with John Legend. Can never
Another.
Chimamanda Ngozi.
Amazing.
This is again another illustration of her prominence and the recognition that she continues to get from all over the world. But my prayer for her is that someday in our lifetime she should get the Nobel Prize.
Yes, I hope so.
She will. I believe in it. She will. Ojy, thank you so much for this segment today. We'll see you tomorrow.